I really don't know where to start. This is my first video in a long time and video of this sort. Straight to the point. Laying the foundation is probably the hardest part that I can think of. Anything that you do, really. But laying the foundation is probably the first and most important thing that you need to do to get wherever you want to go. So, for example, um, it's plenty of examples, but since I like gardening, I stick with gardening. You got to till the ground, right? You got to turn over the old, or not the old. You got to turn over the grass, expose the dirt. Rake or comb through it or whatever. Um, yeah, and that takes time, right? It takes a lot of time. It's hard work, depending on how big you want your garden is. Yeah, you can get tools like a tiller to do it for you, but the tiller ain't easy to handle. So laying the foundation is like one of the hardest things to get going because it takes you like really changing the I won't say atmosphere, but if I stick to it in garden terms, you really got to change the ground, really put your groundwork in. Um, it takes time. I keep saying it, but yeah, I'm telling myself this to remind myself going forward, so I won't be discouraged, and so that you won't be discouraged when you start something new. You will understand that you laying the groundwork, and it's quite normal for it to be tough. But if you stick with it, it's going to get easier because your groundwork will be done eventually, and then my nose is itching. The groundwork will be done eventually. Then you can move on to like putting seeds in the ground, right? You can look into, however you want to set your garden up, but the first part is done. So whether it's a new, like you going to school, the groundwork in my mind would be you getting used to your new schedule. You know what I mean? Understanding the school where you at, what I mean where you at is like what type of school is for. Hope that makes sense. Business, when you first getting started in business, laying the groundwork is like, I feel like at this moment, like letting people know that you exist with this product or with this service. And that's a lot of times it's the hardest part where most people fail in business because it's like the tactics and things that they do in order to get customers is only a ends to a means, right? And they end up doing all this kind of stuff and failing, which I have before. And then by the time you start to get traction, by the time your groundwork is laid, you're all burnt out because you didn't go at it in a methodical way, um, you know. So anyway, lay the groundwork. It's going to be hard. If you can stick with it, that's going to be one of the strongest and most supporting things that you can do for whatever your plans are or whatever your project or ideal is